Have a seat, gentlemen. I have something that might interest you.
Dead man walking. Whoa. Where be you jibe now? Quite chapfallen. Yow.
Haunted paintings are nothing new, you know. The big one in the early days of eBay was His Hands Resist Him, a creepy little number. Here we are. Anyway, Hands was originally bought by an actor from the Godfather movies when it reappeared in 2000. It already came with some serious baggage. Supposedly one of the subjects would jump out of the frame and haunt people's houses. The art critic who originally reviewed it croaked within a year.
Doesn't that make you nervous working with this painting?
Actually, I think it's kind of cool. I spent so much of my life around art, I figured it would be my undoing in one way or another.
A brush with fate, you might say.
Something like that. Here he is. Anton Heilbronner. He was an expat from Austria who moved to Mexico to study painting and indigenous culture. Rumor was he practiced black magic, had an interest in Aztec ritual.
The painting was a test of his powers.
More of a middle finger to the guy who framed it. The legend is, he was painting a wealthy patron's mistress. The patron found out. He busted in on their city, found her naked, shot her dead. Back then, the Don's word went. He used his power to pin the murder on Heilbronner.
So what do you think? Is Seagerson's canvas the real McCoy?
It's hard to say. It certainly is consistent with what survived of Heilbronner's work, but the provenance is uncertain. And the only photos I know of are the ones I took.
May we?
Of course.
So why would somebody want to steal this thing? Financial gain or for occult purposes?
Could be both. Most stolen works of art are contract jobs. International cartels use works of art as collateral in drug deals.
But what about the occult? A lot of Mexican gangs practice devil worship.
You'd have to be paying pretty close attention to realize the occult value of La Pintura Maldita, or have a really proactive fence. Legend aside, this is a pretty obscure piece.
Lieutenant of Art Crimes thinks it's pretty high profile. Segerstrom put it in the papers.
Yeah, I helped with that. He was trying to get publicity for the collection.
You think the added publicity might raise its value on the black market?
I don't think print has that kind of influence anymore, but the network seemed pretty interested after what happened at the museum.
I had a woman call me, said she saw the murders happen. Not from the scene, mind you. Psychically.
That's interesting. I wouldn't rule that out, you know. Back before the turn of the 20th century, a Swedish woman named Hilma af Klint. She experimented with automatic drawing as a mystic practice. She was a rough contemporary of Heilbronner's, also associated with Madame Blavatsky, Aleister Crowley's crony. There are many paths to knowledge, gentlemen, and art and the occult have trod the same paths since the caveman days. Sometimes art can be a divination tool. What a human being is, Clint's early modern masterpiece, actually depicts human DNA 50 years before its discovery by science. She says the visions were given to her by otherworldly intelligences. If you allow yourself to be open to the realm of multi-contextual possibilities, nothing again will ever seem sure. Not even homicide investigation.